Hello folks, and welcome back to the channel. Today we're looking at how we're going to improve at the lap time challenge. The current one is Sardegna track C, and we've got a 56.557. We're in the top 1.65, the top 7,000. We're looking to get in the top 5,000 and top our friends list. Give you a quick look at our friends list as I scoot around the screen. We've got a 56.557 and we're 5th in the friends list with a top time of 56.223. That's where we want to be. Ideally, I'd like by the end of this test to have a 55. As you can see on the global ranking there, I'm in the top 7,000, and I don't have to improve much to actually get second. I actually only have to improve by about a 10th and I'll be there. Let's go to the track. So we're just going to waltz around a lap before we hit the crucial one. Currently a 56.557. The right hand side of the screen is an external visual that will give you an understanding of where the car is in the track. For the next lap after this one, we'll move to an external view behind the car so you'll really see where the car is. On the left hand side is my normal driving view. I use the bumper cam. So ultimately, this lap really starts, and by I say this lap, the hot lap that you want to run will always start at the final turn as you try and get into that corner and accelerate out to give you the fastest time across the start finish line. And as we go, I'll commentate on my driving as we go around and critique what I do. So here we go, digging into the final turn, 2 tyres on the curb, up into third a bit early we need to be. I was a bit late on the gas there, but as it is, we're going to chase our ghost down. We could be quicker. 56.557 to beat, so we're going to look to come down on the right hand side and get onto the blue tarmac on the right, the curb, braking down at second gear to enter the corner, 2 tyres in the grass, get into third and get out the corner, put a couple of tyres on the gravel there, it doesn't really matter, this doesn't really slow the car, 2 tyres on the grass, and then there's the next critical braking marker. A lot of people say this is a critical corner. Brake just before the gravel on the right, 2 tyres in the grass, run out to the curb on the right hand side, and my Ghost does that really well. But turning at the red flash on the Armco, get tight to this corner, put 2 tyres on the grass for this next straight, dab the brakes just before you hit the grass there, brake into the corner, down to second gear, as you hit the apex, get up to third, and we really do accelerate much better than the Ghost here. And that's why I believe you should race your own Ghost. It's you you're racing all the time, it's your mentality, and that's that lap complete. A 56.534, not a massive chunk off, but look at that, straight into the top 1.5%, inside the top 5,000 drivers. Here we go for another view. This time I'm going to give you the external view so you can see behind the car. This time it's the full lap. It's a couple of laps, to be honest, I think. This one's quite a good stint to watch on. You'll get to see 5 laps and you'll get to see an understanding of how my chasing the Ghost works. So that Ghost in front is running a 56.445. It's not the time you've just seen. It's actually about an hour and a half or so on. We've actually improved on that, but I did forget to press record and I feel like a muppet. However, don't forget what we're trying to do here. We're trying to win gold, which will give us 2 million credits, because I'm certainly spending more credits than I'm earning at the moment. And we're also trying to get to the top of the friends list. So this is the crucial corner to start the lap, and you have to get this right twice within a lap. So sounds daft, but you do. You have to start the lap with that bend, and you have to finish with it. Turn 1 for me is where it actually starts, and as we get down here, that was a 57.034. As we get down here, there's the second shadow there. You've got to brake before that second shadow, and I know it's an environmental braking marker and it will disappear when it gets cloudy, and I keep restarting every time I get to the cloudy sections, because it does do that, you know. It does cloud over. Just running the left-hand tyres over the curb there, which is just what you need to do. So I was actually struggling with turn 1. When I'm hitting turn 1 right, I'm struggling with turn 2, and when I've got turn 2 right, I'm actually struggling with the final corner, which is technically the final, turn 3. But as you can see, we're just way behind our Ghost here. We've not got any chance of beating this Ghost. But if we can run short stints, 4 or 5 laps, getting it right, running it correctly, we just put a best stint in there for this session, a 927, sorry, on the brakes, just running a bit hot. That's what you've got to watch out for. You just got to get your braking marker correct. But as it is, we're just off the back of the Ghost now. We've messed up turn 1 and we can't get anywhere near. What I like to do with my Ghost is just if it gets too complex, I'll just exit out the game and come back in, and we'll get no Ghost, and we just start again building the Ghost and working our way up. It kind of works for me. So we come into final. See how much I caught up there by just that later braking. I've got to try and employ that to get the hot lap in. So this one's going to be about a 57, I would suggest, looking how far the Ghost away is. A 56.775, so 0.3 off. So we were behind our Ghost significantly, braking into the corner. Third gear down, a second, back up to third and power out. We just run a tyre on the curb, and we run a tyre on the curb here as well. You can see that on the right hand screen. Then we're going to look to brake into this corner just where the tarmac changes, just before the gravel on the right. Just get the car turning in, 2 tyres on the curb, get it down the hill, turn in just past that red marker on the Armco. We've got a purple sector, so we're on target. If we can brake late, just like we did on the last lap, 2 tyres on the grass, brake into the corner, there we go. Oh, we've just run wide, we braked too late, carrying too much momentum. But back up to third, which worked well for us. This will get us through the start finish line in a good position for the next lap, I reckon. So through the line, that was a 4.61, so we're just outside of target time, or just a 1/10 and a half. Braking into this corner, down a second. We've got the car moving well there. Slid the car in, out in third gear, touched the gravel, tyre on the curb, that's the way. You can use the grass a bit there if you need to. Braking just as the tarmac changes, just before the gravel on the right. We slid the car beautifully, just kept it inside the red and white Armco, red and white curb. Again, another purple sector down the hill, touched the curb on the right, just kept the tyres on the grass, almost into the grass here, hard on the brakes. 5th down at third, down a second, get into the corner, accelerate out in third. How are we? Are we with the Ghost? Are we on target with the closest we've been for a while? Let's push hard to the line. A 56.445, what is it going to be? A 56.395. That takes us second in the friends list, based on what we saw from earlier on. So that was around about 2.5 hours run. You can see there a 56.394 is my best terminal time out of all those stints. So that's the best I did all night. There it is, in the top 4,000, which I'm satisfied with. And with that, folks, that's where I videoed it up to last night. That's where I finished quite late. You'll see that last clip was somewhere around 10:30. And today I've added a few friends as I've got back from doing things on my Saturday. And you'll see I'm now 4th in the friends list, which is just the way it seems to go. But there was my time of 56.395. I've now got 2 new friends at the top there that's come in and shoved me down too. So, well done James and John, welcome to the friends list. Nice to see you in my friends list, and thanks for accepting my invite. And with that, folks, there we are, just outside the top 4,000 with 4 days to go. And on top of that, thanks everybody for watching, liking and subscribing. Just a short video today to keep you up to date, and I hope you're progressing with your lap time challenge and onto your 2 million credits. We'll see you next time. Thank you.